Hello again, everyone. It's me, Nabil, and I'll be your moderator and MC for this session. Today, I'm joined by Adam Jolly, Talent Acquisition Manager for Terminal based in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and also joined by Priscila Valenzuela, who's based in Mexico on our Latin American team. And they're here to answer as many questions as you have about us or about the future remote roles or your future remote career. So please make sure you type in all of your questions for Priscila or for Adam in the stage chat. This is a distinction. There's a stage chat and then there's the main reception chat. We want you to put your questions in the stage chat because that's where we can see them. That's where we can address them live during this live Q&A session. So if you want to put your questions, even like we're taking obviously questions in English, but if you have questions in Spanish, feel free to post your questions in Spanish. We'll get them live translated immediately, and we'll be asking our speakers the questions in English and answering in English accordingly. So don't feel bad if you're putting the questions in Spanish. We're happy to support you that way. And at the end of this session, we have the super fun Star Wars trivia and the prize giveaways. So stick around as you don't want to miss that. So for now, let me introduce Adam Jolly and Priscila, and maybe we'll start with you, Priscila. Can you please describe yourself, your background, your role at Terminal today, and maybe even a fun fact about yourself?
Okay, hola Nabil, thanks for inviting me.
Hola,
I'm
hola.
very glad to be here. I'm Priscila, I'm based in Hermosillo, Sonora. I'm currently working as a technical sourcer here at Terminal, but I have 12 years of experience doing this. I have met a lot of amazing and talented people, and I also collaborate as a speaker and as a host before. I have a problem with the spotlight. I do really love it. And a fun fact about myself is that I'm a professional. I'm lazy on a professional levels. It's like I do really love to watch anime, but I also love to eat, and I can do those things at the same time. So I'm learning Japanese for that matter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Adam, yourself, can you please describe your background and your role at Terminal, a fun fact about yourself?
Of course, it is great to be here. So I'm the manager of TA at Terminal, been with Terminal over 3 years now and have 14 years of technical recruiting experience, recruiting on roles in Canada, Latin America. So very excited to be here. Fun fact about myself. So I'm a pretty big runner, love to run, actually just signed up for another half marathon, which I'm going to be doing in a month. So I have to start training again. One of the coolest running stories I have is way back in the day, I actually raced against the reigning 4x100 Olympic medal winning team. So it was a very cool experience, and no, it was not a close race at all.
That's awesome. Well, I know that this month in our fitness channel here at work, running a half marathon is actually the challenge for this month. So you might want to join that. I know Felicia and some others are joining that as well, but that's pretty cool. I didn't know that you were that into running. I knew you played tennis, but that's pretty cool. In the interest of time, I want to just keep motoring along. We don't have too much time, and the questions are already starting to roll in. I'll just mention off the top that, as people know, Terminal connects global engineers with high growth companies. So that's like what we do as a company. And so I'm going to just dive right into the live questions that are coming in right now. So the first question is from Alfredo. Alfredo is asking, are there any internships or entry level positions available at Terminal? So I'll address that question. You can start, maybe, Adam.
Yeah, of course. So it really depends on our partner companies and what they're hiring for. Most of the positions that we are hiring for are probably starting at 2 to 3 years of experience up until the senior staff level engineers. But from time to time, we definitely do have internships available with some of our partner companies. And we do always recommend everybody to, create a profile on our platform. Always check our job boards, because there are going to be opportunities for everybody at some point.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. The next question is from Camilo from Colombia. How about the work-life balance? I've been freelancing for some time, and I like how you totally manage your workload and also worked at one of those top talent companies where you have to literally make 8 hours on the chair with pictures taken every 3 minutes, and the keystroke was being recorded. How is this in fast-growing companies? How is it at Terminal? So maybe I can address that to you, Priscila, and Adam, you can add anything you'd like afterwards.
Definitely. Well, we don't have that issue. I can say with total confidence that we usually respect the balance between job and between your life in general. So we can totally manage this question and have a conversation about how does it look like to have this lifestyle here at Terminal. But don't worry, if you are interested in any of our open positions, I can assure that you're not going to have those kind of weird issues. Sorry.
Yeah. Adam, do you want to add anything to that?
No, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, Terminal and Terminal partners, we're all about, being successful, working remotely, flexibility. So you will never have any of those issues with our companies. And Terminal really helps our partner companies make sure all their engineers are set up for success, working remotely, and that there is that flexibility because yes, the environment you're describing does not sound like a successful environment to do your work. So you won't have that at Terminal.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just a small personal tidbit. I was recently in Brazil, and I met an engineer. I won't mention the company. And they also had very much what Camilo's describing, where you have to take photos of yourself and this sort of thing, but definitely not something we do here. So I'll just keep moving along here. Adam on the stream is asking, can I come visit the office? I'm assuming that means the headquarters of whatever company they potentially work for. So Priscila, can you comment a little bit on what that might look like if the software engineer is working at Terminal?
Of course. Well, we still have a couple of restrictions because we have to take easily because of the pandemics and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but it's a common practice of all of our clients, even in Terminal itself, like have maybe 1 or twice a year a gathering to know each other. But when we have to do this kind of events, we always talk with you because we also know that you have a life and maybe you have a family or things to do. And it's not possible for yourself to go to the headquarters or visit us. So always happens once or twice a year. And we're going to talk further about the details of this kind of gatherings. Yeah.
Adam?
Yeah, I think it definitely happens from time to time. Some of our companies like to have the engineers come down, as Priscila mentioned, a couple times a year, get to meet your other coworkers, which I think is fantastic. At the same time, if travel is something that you don't want to do and you're not interested, it won't be something that is mandatory as well. So I think that goes back to the flexibility of how Terminal and our partner companies work.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that's something that like Hims and Hers did after they went fully remote. They have like these burst sessions where they meet up with their whole team like on a quarterly basis and whatnot. So wherever the people are located, they're brought together. So yeah, I just want to keep moving along here because there's a lot of questions coming in. So Jose Ramirez asks, I have a question. I'm a junior to mid-level front-end developer. Do I have a chance to get a job opportunity and with a B1, B2 English? So Adam, do you want to address that maybe, and then Priscila afterwards?
Yes, of course. I would say you definitely have a chance, an opportunity to get a position with Terminal. Yeah, I wouldn't have any concerns on that side of things. Our partner companies, the hiring managers, they understand that they're hiring in countries where English is not the main language, is a secondary language. So they're not expecting perfect English, because really, who does have perfect English? So yes, you would have a great opportunity to land a job.
Awesome. Priscila, would you like to add anything to that?
Of course, I'm agree with Adam, definitely. And another thing that maybe I can add to this, because I really feel when you feel a little bit self-conscious about your about your language, because English naturally is my second language as well. So prepare yourself. And it's very common to have questions, very common questions between interviewers. So you can maybe prepare your elevator pitch or something that can sell your expertise and you feel more comfortable doing it, but you have the opportunity to shine, of course, like totally. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for that, Priscilla, and thanks, Adam, for that response. In terms of, Jose Ramirez, like we definitely have quite a bit of front-end developer roles, and that's a good parlay into the next question. So Stanley Godfrey's asking, what sort of software development opportunities do you have most on your platform? So Priscilla, do you want to kick us off there? And Adam, you can chime in.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about maybe the full stack positions. We have a lot of JavaScript positions and also Python, Ruby, and those are the main languages that I'm currently managing, but I don't know if, Adam, you have another stacks.
Yeah, I mean, those are definitely some of the main ones we're seeing right now. From time to time, we have opportunities where Golang is the main language. .NET C# is another one. Very front-end focused roles, or maybe React is what we're looking for. And then also on the mobile engineering side of things with iOS and Android, we'll also have those positions as well. And we've had really good success, hiring those people through Terminal as well.
Awesome. Thank you both for those responses. And just a quick reminder to the audience that if you want to see the various different roles, just create a profile at app.terminal.io, and you can easily see get automatically matched with different roles that would fit your respective background. So another question, what is the interview process like at Terminal? So I'll start with you, Priscilla, and then we can go to Adam.
Okay, we usually start with a quick call with our recruiter. We want to be fair clear about how does it look like a technical process with one of our partners. And also we have another interview. We use it to go deeper about our benefits and all the compensation to work with us here at Terminal. And then when you start technical process, you're going to face 2 or 3 steps depending of the position. Usually is a behavioral interview. It lasts like 1 hour. Then you have a technical interview. It could be a hackathon, a take home or something like that. And lastly will be like a panel interview with the tech leads of the position that you're interested to apply. So that will be like a scenario for the interview process.
Thanks, Priscilla. Adam?
Yeah, completely agree. That is typically what our interview process looks like, those 2 or 3 steps. And, we know how competitive and how fast moving the market is right now. So we do try to, move the interviews along as quickly as possible. So we are trying to keep that interview within 2 weeks, ideally, whatever works best with the candidate. If the candidate needs to move quicker, maybe in a few days, we can help facilitate that as well.
Fair enough. And speaking of moving quicker, I might just give each of you one chance to respond to each of these next questions because they're just rolling in fast and furious. So this one will be for Adam. It's from David. I understand that you work with end customers. What happens when the project is finished? Are we left in the bank? So I think he's assuming, I think the question is around like project-based work,
yes,
but that's not really what we do. So I don't know if you want to just address that.
Yeah, I'll just clarify that. So yeah, we do not work on project or just contract work. These are full-time permanent positions. So even if you finish your project with the company, there's going to be other work coming down. So every role is full-time employment. You're treated like a full-time employee and not project-based. So no need to worry about that.
Awesome. Okay, Priscilla, Hector is asking, what type of benefits do you offer at Terminal? Do you offer office stipends or any type of travel stipends?
Yeah, all of them. Travel stipends, wellness. We have also all the benefits by law, higher, and we have a fair amount of time off. And medical insurance, that's important as well. But if I miss something, please send a message and I can elaborate a little bit more. But our benefits and compensations are higher.
That's a good point. What is your email address if people wanted to reach out to you directly?
Priscila at terminal.io.
Cool. And Adam, you are Adam at terminal.io?
Terminal.io. Very
That's
simple.
It.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Adam, this one's from Javier. I'm an environmental engineer, skilled in data analytics and data science. Could there be any position in Terminal for my profile?
Yes, once again. So we've had success placing data engineers and data scientists at Terminal, and we do expect more of those opportunities to come up in the very near future. I know right now we don't have any on our job boards, but again, it's constantly changing. So either create a profile or look at our job boards as frequently as possible, and we definitely will have those opportunities becoming available.
Awesome. Thank you for that response, Adam. And Priscila, so Hernan is asking, are there any job opportunities where I can work from anywhere in the world?
Okay, well, I will say that it's not anywhere in the world. We are based in a few countries: Colombia, Chile, Canada, Mexico, Poland. And if you have to go to another country, you can totally do it. But we need to touch base in your country every 2 months. And we are okay with that. So I will say 50-50. Yeah.
All right. Anything to add to that, Adam?
No, except that we are constantly expanding into new countries. So hopefully at one point, maybe you will be able to work in any country you want.
Cool. Thanks, Priscila, and thanks, Adam. Okay, Nicholas is asking, I'm Canadian with a bachelor's and master's degree in engineering in computational fluid dynamics and a 4 years experience as a programmer. Is fully remote can be from another country like Mexico, for example. Also, I see no job on Terminal website. So can you comment on, I'm not catching the initial part of the question here, but could you shed some light on how he can see the different types of jobs that would match his 4 years of experience as a programmer?
Sure. Yes, so we definitely would have opportunities for you. And yes, I think you asked if you could work in Mexico, and
right.
Yes, one of the locations.
Yeah.
Terminal.io/careers is probably the place to go if you want to quickly look at all of our job openings.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that helps.
Okay. Thanks for that response. Priscila, this one's for you. It's from Stuart McDonald. How does an employment contract work or operate between nations? Does Terminal have legal experts to help review contracts?
Absolutely. We are fully prepared, legally speaking. One of the benefits to work with Terminal is that we take care of those matters that maybe can distract you to be the best engineer that you could be in an amazing company. So don't worry, we have your back. If you have a legal situation, something related with your finance, something related with the benefits, we can handle it without any problem.
Thank you for that response, Priscila. Moving on to the next question for Adam. Does Terminal do the same interview process with entry level and with experienced level engineers, like with code challenge for both experienced developer and entry level developers? How would you answer that, Adam?
So based on the role requirements and the seniority that we're hiring for, the interview process might look slightly different. So we are not going to interview a junior to intermediate level candidate the same as we would a senior or staff. So it will be different. The process overall might look pretty similar, but what we're assessing will be slightly different based on your seniority level.
Thank you, Adam. Hugo Martinez asks, this one's for Priscila. Hello, I'm a systems engineer based and been a system admin for 15 plus years from Colombia. But I've been afraid to apply because of my age, 48 years old currently. Do you have any advice for people like me, or is age a factor in the hiring process?
Okay, no, I have to say that we don't discriminate people by age, gender, religion, and all those topics that matters for one for an individual. Yeah.
Mhm.
So don't get nervous about that situation. I would love to know more about your expertise. In fact, we have open positions for sysadmin and also for DevOps engineers. Maybe your profile can fit with that kind of role. So don't get nervous, and I do really have want to recommend to expose yourself is the best way to get rid of that nervousness. But
Awesome.
totally do it.
That's
Please.
good advice. Thanks, Priscilla. Okay. The next question's for Adam. Can you tell us about Scrum Masters or product owner openings among your profiles?
So currently, right now, we do not have Scrum Master or product owners openings, but we have had them in the past, and again, we will probably have them in the future. So what I can recommend is just to look at our job board and see what does come up.
Okay, thank you, Adam, for that. So next question is for Priscilla. Do you have boot camps so we can prepare our skills where you and potentially apply after?
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that we currently don't have boot camps. We are totally working on that, but we totally can recommend you some boot camps that are helpful for you and your aspirations for your next step into your career. So don't hesitate to send us over an email, and we can share with you some recommendations for your consideration.
Sounds great. Okay, I'm going to move into the next question here for Adam from Hector. What if I don't have an American visa? Does the company help me get a visa in case I need to go to headquarters in America?
Yes, if it was a requirement that you needed to travel, Terminal and our partner companies would definitely help with that. So again, no need to worry on that. Thank
you, Adam. And for Priscilla from Sergio, how much time should I wait in case I get rejected before I apply again?
Well, it depends. For example, if we are managing a case with you, you will know that you not quite the right fit for that current position, and maybe your recruiter is going to share with you another options. It all depends about how do you feel, because I know that it's exhausting to pass through all these processes. So everything is going to be discussed before we move forward into another position. I have people that try in a couple of companies in 3 months, and then try to rest a little bit. But we can talk as well.
That's awesome. That's a great place to finish this, because we are running out of time, and we definitely need to move into the Star Wars trivia component of this. So with that, I will just mention one last time, if you want to reach out to Priscilla or to Adam or to myself, it's simply our first name at terminal.io. We would be happy to connect with you and talk to you about the various different opportunities. And I will also remind you that on that last question, we're constantly adding new opportunities and constantly partnering with new companies. So if you do create a profile for yourself and something does come up without even you taking action, we could be notifying you through the platform. So that's also a great way. It's app.terminal.io. So with that, I just want to wrap up and say, Adam, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day. Priscilla, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. And we can remove you from the stream as we jump into the Star Wars trivia component of the session.